I use the web for...
Mostly porn.
Mostly porn, yeah. Are we gonna bleep? We should bleep. It's not that kind of show.
You should go first.
Okay, go.
Hi, my name is Jessey White-Cinis. I'm the Director of Function for Stolen Incorporated.
And I'm Thomas Brodo, and I'm the Director of Form.
And the box has spoken.
Our computers are big brushed steel boxes of joy.
I always wanted to be on the forefront of technology. We do not have home telephones. We only use mobile cellular phones. Both of us have GPRS on our phone.
Mine has an MP3 player on it, and a flashlight, and radio, and I check my email, and I can go online. My phone can do everything.
We're usually online from the time that we wake up in the morning until the time we go to sleep.
We use the web for banking,
News, any airline purchases.
for everything all the time. And then we make websites for people. We make the internet, or the web.
We make the internet what it is.
Yeah.
Stolen is a company founded by the two of us. Originally, he had the idea of rebuilding SurfStation, which was a website that he had started.
SurfStation is an online magazine that I started up with two other guys. A guy in Canada, Johan Ginkeris, and a guy in Colombia, German Olaya. And I only met Johan 3 years ago in LA, and I've never met German in person. Then it grew, and now I think there's 18 editors on the site or something. And I still think I've only met maybe 8 of them. It kind of exploded, and 2 years later I moved to London, and I knew 40 people in London that were designers and who were suddenly good friends. And same thing when I came out to LA. There's 20 people instantly there that you know, and that you know their work, and they know yours, and it's great. It's been amazing from 6 years ago, making one website, to today being in LA and having hundreds of friends around the world. Doing that site definitely opened up a million doors for me.
The new SurfStation will have a lot of content distribution functionality, RSS, pod feeds. One of the things that we're working into it is the possibility for people to use SurfStation as a hub for content, much like people use Flickr to host their photos or YouTube to host their videos. On SurfStation, you'll be able to blog, you'll be able to keep your photos, your video, any of your media. You'll be able to leave audio blogs, video blogs, and distribute that on your own. So there will be a whole interface for providing RSS, podcasts, any XML content. So we basically looked towards doing that forever, but then we started doing client work together, and that kind of took over. Our relationship started as long distance. He was working in London doing comms, using IM, email. It was really just a matter of time difference. The communication was there. It was very easy to hop on instant messenger, early in the morning, late at night, whenever, whenever we were both, up and awake. It wasn't difficult at all working transatlantically.
Yeah. I think it's also once you get used to using instant messenger and email, and that's part of your daily workflow, I don't think it's any different than being in an office with somebody.
I think business is done a lot differently these days. Using the internet, we're able to keep our costs low. We're able to work with freelancers anywhere in the world. It's very easy for them to work remotely. We have file servers set up and places where people can drop comps, and it makes it all very easy. We've never advertised and we've never looked for work. So usually the people that we work with find us through the design community, through the design world. A lot of the projects we do are collaborative. So you work with a handful of people, and then when they go do another project, you're then involved with that. And you do a good piece of work for one studio and they'll bring you back.
I never went to design school or took any formal training in design, so I kind of was thrown into the whole circle and kind of grabbed whatever inspiration and information I can get. I think also just going out and doing something outside of your ordinary, something completely non-technical, you're still coming up with novel ideas and new things and you can't wait to get back to the computer and start creating again.
The majority of my job is much more analytical, but I take a lot of inspiration from people who use programming in an interesting way or integrate mediums differently. I think it's interesting to see what one can do with conceptually putting together the code in their mind and having something come out.
We started up Sons of Stolen and came up with the line, "And no client shall come between us and our art," because we wanted to make sure that we never lost track of why we're doing this in the first place. It's kind of like our mission statement to remember that doing client work is fun and great, and we're very fortunate to be in an industry where we can make lots of money, do something that we really enjoy and love, but at the same time, the reason we're doing this is to be artistic. Right now, we're shooting a commercial for MTV Europe, which we're shooting in the States, and we have to send it to Europe. And if we had 100 times the bandwidth, we could just upload it like that in like a couple minutes and be done. Whereas now we are contemplating how the hell we're going to get it over there, whether we have to FedEx it or, set a dedicated computer for a night or 2 nights to upload the whole thing and pray that the thing doesn't time out or get corrupted in the meantime.
I think a minimal amount of bandwidth that we probably require on a daily basis is at least a T1.5 up and down. The pipes can get clogged, but if we had our choice or could afford it, we'd get an OC3 in here. When we don't have internet connectivity or our cell phone network is gone, I think we're pretty much completely out of business. We had about a week when we had no internet connectivity and we were running around from friend's office to friend's office trying to get work done, and it was impossible. So yeah, we're very dependent on the internet. I think when a service provider really sucks, usually I think he calls them. We had Comcast come out because our service was down for a week. And the rep actually suggested that we get DSL and cable both put in because their service wasn't reliable enough.
If our ISP would offer us guaranteed service, I think we would definitely pay for it. We're prosumers, so as long as it makes our business better and it doesn't cost an exorbitant amount of money, yeah, we're going to pay for it. So it's definitely like immediate gratification. The one great thing about the web is that everyone's more literate. Before email, I probably wrote 5 letters a year, and now I write 20, 30 emails a day. My grandparents are online and checking email and reading Norwegian news. Yeah, I feel like my family is pretty, on the ball. I think the nature of the web and what you do on the web has completely changed in the last 5 years. You have LimeWire, you have all these different services that you download, anything from applications to movies to music. The whole multimedia kind of revolution online has gone from being a text-based medium to being a multimedia medium.
As more and more people get broadband connectivity in their houses, you've seen more and more programs really utilizing that. So now we live at a time when it's hard to live without it.
I think everyone's better off because of broadband.
I mean, the reason we have a job is because we have an audience. People, obviously, the more people on the internet, the more work we get. So,
and the more interesting the web is, the more rich media you have and more whatever, the more people are going to go to it. And now we're working with people who make 5 megabyte websites and don't even care. They're like, yeah, people will wait for it, And it won't take that long because it's broadband and so forth. So.
In 10 years, the sound clip is going to be very outdated, saying 5
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Loading time.
People are like, 5 megs? Every site's 3 gigs now.
It feels like all of the gadgets are slowly consolidating. I think eventually his cell phone already does so much. I think, we're going to get to the point where we obviously have our music, our, personal files, our email, as well as our, phone and communication devices. So
it'll be like a thing that has everything.
Yeah,
the future. What will they think of next? That's what I say.
Once they put that internet on computers, it's going to be huge. Yeah. Quote me on that.